Hi everybody, welcome to the Spectator Sportscast. I'm Eli Schultz, this is Nick Scott and Brian Barbour, and we got a very special guest with us today, Megan Gaughn, a senior from the volleyball team, standout volleyball player, two-time defending All-Ivy first team selection, is that right?
You bet. You bet she is. We got a big time guest tonight, and we appreciate you all listening, and start off.
How do you think the season's gone so far for you guys? Are you happy?
I'm really happy with how it's going. We're learning a lot every single game, trying to stabilize the lineup, getting everyone into it.
How's it going individually for yourself?
So far, pretty good. I'd be happy with how it's going. We're really spreading the wealth. Everyone's doing a really good job. It's not getting put too much on one person. So.
This weekend, you guys take on Brown and Yale. Yale being the defending Ivy League champs last year. Would you say this is one of the bigger weekends of the year? And how do you guys fare in the Ivy League race?
I think we have a really good shot at it this year, but because it is such a long season and there's no tournament at the end, every single game matters. You can't be off one night and slip and expect to win a championship. So
it's a classic athlete answer right there.
Spoken like a true champion.
Gotta beat Brown first, and then we'll really be looking forward to playing Yale because they're defending champions.
All right, now getting to know you a little bit better. What would you say? What do you like to do outside of volleyball?
I like going to other athletes' games. I like it a lot. I like the camaraderie of getting to know the other athletes around campus.
Any favorites? Any favorite sports?
I do like men's basketball a lot. I like going out and seeing them, watching Brian do his thing.
Yeah, I also like soccer a lot too. That's all right. I also like journalism. Do you like watching journalism?
Love watching journalism.
It's a truly great sport.
Yeah.
So, if not in Dodge, where would we see Megan Gaughn on campus? If you want to catch a glimpse of yourself.
Right now, when it's nice out, I gotta say the steps.
The steps.
Yeah.
I like being outside. I'm from Florida. I love the good weather while it's still here.
But that doesn't leave you with that's a very small percentage of your time in New York, I think, with the good weather.
Yes.
What else do you do?
That's a great question. I feel like any free time I have, I like spending with my friends, the people that I'm able to be around.
So after the season, which is, do you have approximately maybe a month left?
I don't
a little over a month. Plus, maybe how we do after. What is your plans for after college?
I wish I had a better answer at this point. I think I'll start the job search. I'm thinking if I want to still play after, but it's really up in the air, and I probably should start figuring that out. But.
What sort of opportunities are there for you to play after in volleyball?
There's not much stuff in the States, but some girls play overseas, play professionally in Europe. It's pretty big, and there's a bunch of different tiers that I might be able to find something that suits an outside hitter that's not too tall, but yeah.
Oh, very exciting. Academically, how's classes going? Is that an easy sort of semester for you now being a senior? Or?
No, not quite. I still need a bunch of credits to graduate, so I'm not taking it too easy right now, but yeah.
Psych major?
Major, yes.
Would you recommend that to all the young athletes out there, or all the young students? Would you say that this is a great major?
I would say it is a fantastic major. I think the classes are super interesting, so I'm into it. Right now I'm taking a seminar over at Barnard called Canine Cognition. Learn a lot about how dogs think. It's quite fun.
Are you a dog lover?
I will be after this semester.
You will be after this semester. What would you learn about dog psychology then?
Right now we're learning about ancestry from wolves. Pretty cool.
It's taking an interesting route this interview.
I don't know. We can pull back on that a little bit.
So Megan and the volleyball team has their second Ivy League games this weekend versus Brown and Yale. I know Megan would appreciate everyone coming out and supporting them and watching your Columbia Lions women's volleyball team bump their way up into the top of the Ivy League competition.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really digging women's volleyball.
I got a bit of competition here for your volleyball fans, Brian.
A little back and forth action across the net.
The net.
A little rally.
Yeah. All right, anyway.
I'll bump it back to Nick.
Anyway, Megan, thanks so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Gonna recap some sports now real quick. Do you mind sticking around for that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, so on the football field, a difficult weekend for the Lions. Dropped a 2013 nail-biter at the end to Fordham. It was a tough loss. Did you guys get a chance to head out there or talk to any of the guys at all?
We watched some of the game. I thought our defense played well. We forgot to mention last week Zach Ollinger was Defensive Player of the Week in the Ivy League, and he had another great game this weekend. Came up real close, and I think we're moving in the right direction, which is what's important. And I think once Ivy League season starts, we have a good chance, and Coach has us going in the right way. So I look forward to the Ivy League season and watching us start that up.
All right, now over to the soccer pitch. Nick, what do you got for us this weekend?
We just had the one game this weekend against LIU over in Brooklyn. We walked away with a 1-1 tie. It was a tough game, double overtime, but we're looking forward to getting back at it next week. The women's opened up the Ivy League play. They had a game against Cornell, and they picked up a 1-0 victory with a goal from Isabel King, which is a good start for their Ivy League campaign. But unfortunately tonight they lost against Army, 3-2 loss.
Yeah, and then Brian, field hockey?
Field hockey had 2 wins this weekend. They had a big 2-1 win against Cornell in the Ivy League. And then today, Liz Malone had a hat trick for the Lions, and they won 4-3 against Fairfield. And so I think that's 6 in a row for field hockey, and they're at a 6-2 record and ranked nationally. So it's been a great start. And then volleyball, as Meg said before, had a 3-0 win over Cornell, and they play again this weekend in Ivy League competition.
Tough weekend for the Big Red at the hands of the.
If you're a Big Red fan, it was not a great weekend for you. You might be bleeding red.
Yeah.
A little bit. That wasn't the best pun, but we'll keep going.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Thank you again, Megan.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, be sure to check us out next week. And as we mentioned last week, feel free to give us any tips via comment or hit us up on Twitter at CUSpecSports or email us at podcast@columbiaspectator.com. All right, guys.